Hey, there's Wisconsin Wine Guy. We're back bringing you more wines to close out the 2023 wine review season. Oh my God, I just like doing this. 6 years. Coming up on my 7th year of presenting you different wines and sometimes the same brand with different vintages. I hope you enjoy them because I enjoy presenting them to you. Looking forward to showing you more wines, and maybe we'll start the year off with some more themes, where I have a specific theme. I think I did some with short bottles. I did the Merlot month, I want to do more themes, just focus on specific grapes, on specific countries, and start showcasing you some more wines. But that's another story. That's 2024. Now, here we're going to be looking at Menage a Trois. Oh yeah, for those who are new, you haven't figured it out yet. These are wines where you can pick up and purchase where you shop for wine, a grocery store, a liquor store, or a wine shop. You can find these wines on those shelves. I like to call these everyday wines. Everyday wines because they're wines that offer good value for the price. Wines doesn't have to be very, very expensive to be enjoyed. That sounds like a commercial, didn't it? But this commercial isn't being paid by anyone else, all right? I just think it's a fact. There's good wines in every price point. It doesn't have to be expensive in order to be a good wine. I like to say here is let your palate be the guide. All right, that's all that matters is your palate. And I try to do a cross section of many different wines. But enough of that. Here we go. Menage a Trois. I've done quite a few Menage a Trois wines over the years, and I'll put the links down. I know I've done Silk in the past. I'll get the link down so you can see what vintage that was and get a compare. But Red Blend, I do not recall ever doing the Red Blend. That may be the one Menage a Trois wine that I haven't reviewed yet. Okay, so this will be the first for the Red Blend. Now, so to give you some background on Menage a Trois they have these different brands of wine, but their idea is based on blends. 3 grapes, Menage a Trois, 3 grapes. So you'll find 3 different grapes in a lot of their wines for blended wines, and I think they do a pretty solid job, for blended wines. Some, may disagree, but I say give it a taste and give it a try, see what you think. So we're going to get to these wines. We're going to be doing the Red Blend. As I said, it's my first time doing a Red Blend. This is going to be vintage 2021 out of California, 13.5% alcohol. And this is going to be Zinfandel, Merlot, and Cabernet. Then the soft red blend out of California. Grapes are sourced from California, vintage from California. This is going to be also 13.5% alcohol. Vintage is going to be 2021. And I think I probably did a 2020 or 2019 before. So this is going to be Pinot Noir, Malbec, and Petite, Sirah. So all based on blends. We're going to give these a try, see what they think, see what I think of them, and give you a grading. Now, again, I like blends. There was a period, though, where, all of a sudden the rest of the world, the wine drinking world, started discovering red blends. And then the new wine, the marketing was all about blends. And that's around the time that you got brands like Menage a Trois on the market. Blends. The consumer likes blends, so we're going to give them blended wine, all right? Blended grapes. So that became all the rage, blended wines, and they made a good name for themselves, Menage a Trois wines with a bunch of different blends, and some whites and some reds. And they were delicious, and I'm sure this is probably going to be no exception. We're going to find out, all right? So, again, the Red Blend, the first one, Zinfandel, Merlot, and Cabernet, Pinot Noir, Malbec, and Petite Sirah. So I think we're going to do, wow, that's a tough one. Who should go first? I think I'm going to do this one first, the Red Blend. Let's give it a nose. Wow. Again, I got to separate these. I did on another video, I had to separate because, it's the nose on both of these, the ripeness and the fruit. I mean, it's just right there. Both are very aromatic. Retail, you can find these priced from $9.99 to $12.99, depending where you're shopping. Now, nose here. You definitely pick up some Zinfandel, some cherry, some plums, some cedar. I mean, nice nose. Nice nose. 13.5% alcohol, the sweet spot. I like to say 13.5 is the sweet spot. Where the wine is like, a very good alcohol range. Now, Ooh, I think I did do this right. I mean, here you pick up not only just dark fruit, you definitely pick up some chocolate notes here. Wow. It just rolls, you know, with chocolate and fruit and chocolate and fruit. And then you pick up some of the cedar notes. Color-wise, believe it or not, color is something, well, actually this is more ruby. I don't have my white background, so sorry, but this is more ruby color. And this is, you know, more garnet. No. Let's go ruby. And let's go, starts off ruby, but gets a little bit darker. Some little purplish hues in the silk. Okay? Now, wow, the nose. What's the next step? The next step is going to be taste for acidity. And you know, if you've been following me, I love tasting wines from the same winery, from the same brand, so I can see exactly, is there a thumbprint of consistency in style of how they make their wines. Is it going to be dry with acidity? Is it going to be, you know, dry with fruit? Is it going to be a little kiss of sweetness? You know, what's going to be the cross-section thumbprint, you know, on a line of wines from the same brand? But first and foremost is acidity. Dry finish, light, not light, but has a nice little light to medium bite to it. The tannins, kind of woodsy tasting. You know, acidity, decent acidity. Food wine for sure. Pick up those cherry notes as well. Tannins, you know, gripping. I said no, firm. Not say gripping. Firm tannins, okay? Not gripping. Gripping to me is gripping, but firm. They're there, okay? Nice. Decent finish. Finishes with fruit. A little bit of vanilla. Some like ash. Now let's move over to the silk. Okay, so that was the Zinfandel, Merlot, and Cabernet. Now we got Pinot Noir. Interesting blend here. Pinot Noir, Malbec, and Petite Sirah. What a very interesting blend. Let's see if I can pick up any of those. Here you definitely picked up Zinfandel. You definitely picked up Cabernet notes. But you want to go Cabernet and Merlot, you know, they can be, you know, a horse apiece at times, especially inside of a blend. Let's go here. For me here, I go between Malbec, Petite Sirah. Definitely, Malbec, Petite Sirah. Malbec, Petite Sirah. I don't know how Pinot Noir comes into play here. But maybe Pinot Noir is providing some more acidity to it. You know, especially being blended with those, you know, denser grapes. But, as far as taste goes, acidity, medium. Tannins are a lot more. Now this is, I can probably go gripping, slightly gripping tannins on the silk versus the red blend. So slightly gripping, firm versus slightly gripping for the tannins in the silk. Acidity, very well blended. A decent mouthfeel. You know, not heavy, but more medium. You know, again, the little ash I picked up on the nose, you pick a little bit on the taste. You know, like the fruit that exists there. It's funny that finishing fruit is more cherry than the entry fruit, which is a little bit more denser and dark fruit. How interesting is that? So could that be my Pinot Noir? Who knows, right? All right, so let's now give this a rating between the two. See what we got here. So, the red blend, 2020 I said. Oh, 2021. Red blend 2021. and the soft red, the silk 2020. They're both 2021. Here we go. I think it's pretty nice for everyday drinking wine. Okay, it has all the elements of a soft, fruity wine, but dry. You know, has firm tannins to it, not crazy. You know, not gripping. You know, you do get a little bit more of that cedar taste to it. You know, wood taste. But it's not bad. I'm going to go 3/4. 3/4 on the red blend. My first time having that, 2021. Looking forward to seeing what happens in the future. So I don't know if this is consistent down the line every vintage, because this is my first time having that one. But I'm curious to see what happens the following vintage, or skip a vintage and go to the next one, see what happens. Okay. Now, so 3/4 here. Let's go with the silk. The Pinot Noir, Malbec, and Petite Sirah. What a crazy blend, huh? Menage a Trois. It's supposed to be about fun, right? There's a consistency here of mouthfeel, of fruitiness, you know. So I like that, okay? One is more tannic than the other, slightly gripping, firm, but the fruit is consistent across the board, so I like that, the good thumbprint, you know. It's not juicy, jammy fruit, but you do get the essence of fruit there when you're drinking these wines, so that's pretty good. And now, for this one here, again, with the grapes that's in here, this one, not bad. So, if you want, I'm going to go 3/4 of this one as well. But if you want to have more slightly gripping tannins, go with the silk, you know, versus the red blend. They both are pretty decent. Both are, you know, 3/4 wines. Both would be wines that if I saw at a party, I would drink, or I would even just bring these with me, you know, to a party. Like the finish on both of them. They're pretty decent wines. Can't go wrong with them. You know, I'm curious to go back and look at my video, see what I thought about the earlier vintages and the other Menage a Trois line that I've had. So there you have it, 3/4 for the 2021 red blend and 3/4 for the 2021 silk, both Menage a Trois wines. There you have it. I have more wine to show you. Looking forward to that. And this is your Wisconsin wine guy saying to you as always, let your palate be the guide selecting your wine, just as I do. And I'll see you in the next wine review. Ciao! Can't forget this one.